Trump-Barr feud reaches fever pitch. The escalating feud between former President Trump and his one-time Attorney General Bill Barr is reaching a fever pitch, with Trump's indictment on federal charges last week adding accelerant to what had already been a fiery break between the two men. Barr has been among the most prominent conservatives or former Trump administration officials to publicly criticize their former boss's behavior and vouch for the strength of the federal indictment against him, undercutting defenses offered up by Trump and his allies. Barr has called special counsel Jack Smith's indictment damning, dismissed Trump's defenses as absurd, and compared Trump to a defiant 9-year-old kid. In response, Trump has called Barr a gutless pig, a rhino, meaning Republican in name only, and a coward, reserving some of his harshest language for the man he once praised as one of the most respected jurists in the country. So nice to see that sloppy, low-energy rhino Bill Barr gets loudly booed and shouted at everywhere he goes. He is so bad for America, Trump wrote Tuesday on his Truth Social platform. Barr served as Trump's Attorney General for 2 years before resigning in December 2020, when he first broke with Trump as the former president pushed claims that the 2020 election was rigged and fraudulent. Barr had declared that the Justice Department he oversaw at the time found no basis to claims of widespread voter fraud that led to Trump's election loss. In the past year in particular, Barr has emerged as an outspoken critic of his former boss, testifying before the House panel investigating the January 6 riots at the Capitol and becoming one of the most outspoken Republicans regarding the seriousness of the FBI search of Mar-a-Lago last August to retrieve classified documents from Trump's time in the White House. The indictment details that Trump sought to retain documents containing some of the nation's most sensitive secrets, including the withholding of national defense information and the concealment of his possession of classified documents. Trump has pleaded not guilty to the charges. In an op-ed published Monday in the Free Press, Barr laid out the facts of the documents case and pushed back on Trump's various defenses, including that he had a right to keep the classified material under the Presidential Records Act and that he's the victim of a double standard. For the sake of the country, our party, and a basic respect for the truth, it is time that Republicans come to grips with the hard truths about President Trump's conduct and its implications, Barr wrote. Chief among them, Trump's indictment is not the result of unfair government persecution. This is a situation entirely of his own making. The effort to present Trump as a victim in the Mar-a-Lago document affair as cynical political propaganda. Trump has been particularly irate at Barr in the roughly 2 weeks since he announced he'd been indicted in the documents case, lashing out on Truth Social, savaging him on a radio show hosted by political operative and Trump ally Roger Stone and again targeting his former Attorney General in an interview conducted Monday.